Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Funmibi here again with another video. In today's video, we'll be making this very gorgeous pink headband that I have on right here. I saw this design somewhere on Instagram while I was going through Instagram, and the style just really entered my eye. So I was like, I have to make something like this for myself. And I went ahead to make something like this, okay, for myself, and it came out looking absolutely beautiful. If you also would like to make something like this for yourself, please be sure to watch this video to the end. Okay, don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. It's fun, it's popping on this channel. Also, don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed watching, which I'm sure you would. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Share this video with anybody that you think would love this kind of content. Okay, and now that I've said all that, let's get straight into the reason why you clicked on this video. Let's go. Alright guys, I'll start off by showing you everything you need. Okay, you need this wire thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's called something for hat makers, right? But I called it wire thing for hat makers. Okay, you also need your cluster stones for embellishments. You need your ASOOKE, okay, very important. And you also need your plastic headband. For the purpose of this video, I'm using this wide type of plastic headband. You can also use the smaller one if you think that's what you're going for, okay, but I just prefer to work with the bigger ones because it gives me more room to work with. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut pieces of ASOOKE, and if you're familiar with my tutorials, you know that I don't use scissors on my ASOOKE because it doesn't prevent fraying. What I do to prevent, why do I keep saying prevent? What I do to prevent fraying is I use my soldering iron to separate my ASOOKE, and I'm going to show you how that process works. Apologies in advance, okay, for any background noise that you might be hearing. I'm currently not home, okay. I'm with the wider family out here in Lagos, and Lagos is a noisy city, okay. So in case you're hearing any background noise, you guys should please pardon me. All right guys, so back to the tutorial. So what I'm doing here is I'm measuring 12 inches, okay, all over my ASOOKE. I'm going to measure 12 inches, mark it, and then draw a straight line, okay. I measured this in about 7 places. I eventually used just 6 of these 12-inch wide ASOOKE pieces that I'm working with. And as you can see on your screen, I'm using my soldering iron to separate it. If you use soldering iron to separate your ASOOKE, be sure that it's not going to fray, it's not going to move. But when working with soldering iron, if you've never worked with it, it usually gets hot, so it requires maximum carefulness, okay. You need to be very patient and be sure that you're not burning yourself while working with it. Also, make sure that you're not using it on any sensitive surface. Make sure that you have something that would protect your precious surface, basically. So I'm going to go ahead to work through this really quickly. And yeah guys, this is what I have here. I have 7 pieces of ASOOKE here that are 12 inches wide, but I ended up using just 6, okay. I also separated my ASOOKE that I'll use for wrapping my headband, as well as the ASOOKE as well that I'll use to wrap my wire thingy that is going to serve as like some kind of antenna situation on top of this headband that I'm making. Everything I'm saying and showing, you guys will see how they come to play while I make my headband. All right guys, we are getting to the very crucial part of making this particular headband, so pay close attention. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold my ASOOKE, okay, in such a way that it will give me that I don't even know what to call it now, like a petalish kind of look. I honestly don't know what to call it, but yeah, just pay close attention here. Watch the way I'm folding my ASOOKE. Let me keep quiet, okay. I'll keep quiet now, pay attention, and then I'll be back to explain as I go along.
Boy, don't get me wrong, sure we're having fun, but it don't mean that I'm in love. I like you a lot, but you gotta step up. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you.
All right guys, I hope everything I did there makes sense to you guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to gather this longest part of my triangle situation that I formed. I'm sure you guys, after watching the previous part of this video, you would have seen how I formed this triangle. So after forming the triangle, you're going to now start gathering, and I've done a lot of tutorials on how to gather fabric, so I believe that people that follow my tutorials a lot already know how that works. But just in case you don't know, I filmed that aspect of this tutorial as well. So please watch how I'm passing my needle and thread through the fabric to get my gathers. And then once that is done, we would have to basically secure the gathers that we formed. But yeah, before I get ahead of myself, let me allow you guys watch what I'm doing closely, and then I'll be back to talk to you again.
How to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon. And you know just what to do, don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it, cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy, so don't be lazy. Just give it to me, cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm not being mean, I'm just being me. I don't make it easy, but I'm worth a while. All that I ask is for you to please my every need, to put in the time. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon. And you know just what to do.
All right, guys. So now that I'm at the end of my triangle, situation, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to secure my gathers, okay, by just tying it up and making sure that I don't lose the parts that I already gathered. So what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to replicate this in 7 different places. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I ended up using just 6 pieces of this petal like kind of situation, okay, but you don't necessarily have to use 6 as well. You can use more or less than I did, okay. Feel free to customize your recreation to however you like. You just want something that looks like this in different places, okay. Feel free to either do more or do less. I'm not going to bore you guys by showing you how I made the 6 different pieces of this situation. I'm going to move really, really quickly and then come back to you guys after I'm done making all my pieces. Okay, friends, so after I did my 6 pieces, okay, 6 pieces of design petal kind of situation, I went ahead to wrap my headband. For those that don't know how to wrap headband like this, I have a detailed tutorial, and I'm going to link that tutorial somewhere on the screen. It will help you basically know how to work with wrapping your headband. What I'm doing here is just wrapping my wire situation that I talked about earlier with a small strip of ASOOKE. This ASOOKE is just about half an inch wide, okay. You want something like this to just go around your copper wire situation, okay. They use it in hat making, so whenever you go to any sewing accessories shop, if you're trying to buy something like this, just tell them that you need the wire that hat makers make. Those people already know what you're talking about, and then they will show you this particular wire. Also, if you don't care for it, you don't have to use it, okay. Because I was just going for something, like I said, I saw something on Instagram and I wanted to make something similar to what I saw for myself. That was why I decided to also do this, because the picture I saw had this also basically going on. So yeah, feel free to do this or skip it. All right, guys, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to now start to put the pieces together. But before we get to that, let me finish working on this my wire situation, and then we'll be back. Okay, friends, so everything we need to make our one single piece is ready. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is sewing my petals on my headband, and this system basically is just me doing the typical sewing that I do when making any of these my headbands, okay. You're passing your needles through the 2 fabrics that you're trying to join together. So the fabric directly on top of your headband, the fabric you use to wrap your headband, as well as the piece that you're trying to connect to your headband. I've done this a lot in most of my tutorials, okay. So if you're new to my channel, I'll suggest that you go through my DIY playlist or my Funmibi Olawore designs playlist. It will help you basically brush up your knowledge on basics of making headbands, and then you'll be able to catch up with me and everything that I'm doing on here on my channel. So like I said earlier, I'm going to sew the pieces, these petal like pieces that I have going on. I'm going to sew 3 of these pieces on the headband, attach that circular thing in the middle, and then sew 3 more pieces behind. But the placement of these petals, there's a system to it, so I suggest that you basically pay close attention to what I'm doing, watch how I'm placing my petals on top of my plastic headband, and then basically just go about replicating it however you want on your client or on yourself. I find that whenever I talk in my videos, sometimes it might be distracting for those watching, so I'm going to keep quiet now. But before I keep quiet, if you've made it up to this point in this video and you're yet to be subscribed to my channel, please join the family. I'm trying to get to 6,000 subscribers before the end of this year, so please help me achieve that milestone on here by clicking the subscribe button. Also, like this video if you are yet to like it. Okay, you know you like this video, so please hit the like button. Okay, share with anybody that you think would love this kind of video. And yeah guys, let me keep my mouth shut now, okay, and then I'll be back to talk to you guys once I'm done with everything that is going on right here on your screen.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Now, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Now, no, it's no more, no.
Okay friends, so as you can see, I already sewed everything, or I'm about to go sew everything together, but you want the final result to look like this. Okay, I'm going to join these 3 pieces together, and this is what we have. Okay, voila. But you know that I'm a bling girl. Okay, I love things that are sparkly and shiny, so I'm going to go ahead to embellish this particular piece. I didn't necessarily film that part because I just felt like, you know, with embellishments it requires, you know, your imagination and whatever design you are going for. So yeah, this is what the final result looks like. Okay, I added my elastic as well. Like I said earlier, if you're a beginner in making headbands, I have a tutorial on how to do the basics, attach elastic, wrap your headband and all of that. I have a tutorial for you, so I'll link that tutorial somewhere on the screen. And yeah guys, I also went ahead to basically, you know, do some little stitches here and there to tidy up my work. I also covered up my stitches using a tiny piece of ASOOKE. I formed like half circles with ASOOKE, and then I used it to cover my stitches just to make everything look really neat. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop it down in the comment section. Okay, I'm always happy to answer you guys. So this is me wearing my headband, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Pink is now one of my favorite colors. Okay, before now I just thought pink was too girly, but after making this headband I fell so in love with color pink. And yeah, let me know down in the comment section what do you think about this my recreation. If you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to give me a big fat thumbs up. Okay, if you like the final look, if you like my face, if you like anything about this video, please be sure to smash the like button. Okay, also if you made it up to this point and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please, okay, please hit the subscribe button. Share this video with anybody that you think would like this kind of tutorial. Okay, you can see me telling you to thumbs up this video. It's very important. Also subscribe. I'm pointing at where the subscribe button is. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Compliments of the season, and I can't wait to see you all in my next one. Bye.